Welcome to Winging It, the somewhat whimsical, certainly worrying, decidedly wonky, seldom weighty, endlessly well-intentioned, and wildly witty show about music where one knows what's coming and the other has no fucking clue. I'm the one that knows, you're the one that doesn't. This happens in between, both proper, to ensure that you can spend anywhere from 15 to about 180 minutes with us every week. So before I reveal what we're going to do this week, it's a very big show because this is actually serving as our
anniversary show. When she says big, she doesn't mean really, really long. Don't get scared. It's actually going to be kind of brief, but it's big in terms of its pitch and its moment and its gravitas.
Correct.
In that it is our anniversary. We've been doing this for a year, not winging it per se, but birds of a feather. We took to the airwaves together as a duo. Her first show, I've been doing shows for years, but this was something different. It was a year ago now, and we like what we've done.
This is just a moment to hang with us.
Well, it's fun on this end, that's
right.
for sure.
Well, I mean, how could it not be fun when you're listening to it? It's ridiculously
you
fun.
have a point. Yeah, that's logical. That follows.
And it's two BFFs hanging out, chatting, shooting the shit about music. And, I mean, what's more fun than that? You know, listening to us retch and squirm and sing and laugh. I mean, come on.
And sometimes we even gush about music.
We
gush.
We do gush.
We're gushers at times.
We are. We're fanboys and girls in this room. We absolutely are.
We'll snarl and spit a little bit and have a good chuckle.
Of course.
But, we're reverent persons, I believe.
That stands to reason.
Stands to reason.
Got to have a little bit of that. So it all started quite some time ago, obviously, with an offhanded comment.
And I did pitch shows to several people who just didn't want to do a show. I asked around, but I really thought you could have done something, except for there was something unexpected about your response.
Yes, well, I thought about it for 3 weeks. And I thought, okay, well, if I'm going to do this, I want to do it with David. I want to be two best friends shooting the shit, talking about it, like talking about music the way that we do when we're just hanging. So I thought, well, I'm going to ask him if he'll do a show with me. Now, before I ask him, I've got to be prepared that he's going to say no. Number one, he hardly knows me, okay, because we had met in September, and this was now what? December? January? Something? And so I was fully prepared that he said no, and I was not going to be butthurt. I was going to be fine with it. And, of course, because we live, I mean, it's not like super far apart, but about an hour and 20 minutes away from each other. I couldn't just cruise over and ask you.
No.
So I asked you via Messenger, which seems super lame, but what was I going to do?
I love to use Messenger. I've pitched songs to people, and I said, look, here's a song. I want you to sing it. I'll make it easy for you. If you don't want to do it, just don't answer.
Oh, God.
Just you never saw it and everything. And that has actually happened. That is, rather than be rejected, I mean, what the hell, right? But you did ask me, and I thought about it. I wasn't expecting that. I thought you'd do your own show, or you'd do a show with Bruce, or you'd find somebody else, or something like that. All one of your, tight-knit little musical community of people who actually play on stages, unlike me. And but you had an idea to do the show with me. And little did I know you had been listening to Butterflies already.
And I asked.
An actual gulp Bitmoji.
Yes, I sent him gulp. There was much consideration.
Yeah.
And then he said yes.
Yeah.
So here we are, a year later. One of the things we love is our outtakes. So there's a lot of stuff that ends up on the cutting room floor. A lot. And we had all these grandiose ideas about how to use it, what to say, what to do with it, how we were going to present it. And then I just thought, well, shit. How about we just do it for our anniversary show where we share some of the good, the bad, and the ugly, the stuff that didn't make it into the show? Because what do you always say about off-air stuff?
Yeah, well, I have assured the audience before that, if they think we're totally inane cackling hens on the air, that it's much worse when the mic's off,
Oh, yeah.
But in a way, this will partly corroborate that assertion.
It will.
Because it'll show that we're more fucked up off the air than we are on.
You are. They think, well, why didn't you cut that? Well, you would be surprised at what we cut. You might say, well, why'd you cut that? It was so hilarious.
Well, we already talked about stuff that we leave in that anybody in their right mind would cut out.
They would, absolutely.
So that's why we have to edit the show ourselves.
That's right.
Some of the cutting room floor sweepings, I've used some of mine from Butterflies. in dance tracks, well, there are a few of those that accompany this show, which we'll probably hear tonight.
Oh, we absolutely will be hearing
Of course
those.
we're going to hear them tonight. Are you kidding me?
Absolutely, it's going to happen. So I will say again, because this is how the show works, David knew basically what I was going to do, but he doesn't know what I'm going to play.
Oh, no.
And he certainly doesn't know what I'm going to say.
No, there are a lot of these little outtakes.
There's so many. Warts and all, as David always says, a little bit of that tonight. And we're going to ask that you forgive us for some of these weird outtakes. But you have to just see what we do. Because we don't just sit here, we don't do asides off the air. We're just rolling for the entire time. We just let it roll. David, are you nervous at all?
I don't remember any of them being very embarrassing, but you never know. So,
well,
we'll see. Oh, no. Oh, there's one that we've promised the audience we will never play the thing about the bruises. Okay, you're not going to hear that. Okay, forget that part. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, so David preps for the show despite his assertions that he doesn't.
I don't really.
His preparation is evidenced by his copious notes taken on index cards, his phone, and his computer. I've seen them, but I've never thought of them like this.
It's just escape mental patient shit. They would commit me just for looking at these. That really captures the essence of my notes. That's right. That's one thing my ex-wife had right.
So he said that, and I just lost it. I lost it 100,000%, and I never forgot it. I'm like, that is going on the anniversary show. It's going somewhere. So that was one that I really liked. And you've said it a million times since then, but it's just the best.
There's nothing like the first time.
There's nothing like the first time. But I mean, I remember looking at them and I was thinking, okay, I mean, there's no way I could make heads nor tails of it, but you couldn't have mine either if you looked at any of my notes.
Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense. Well, that was one of many. It's just hilarious. So we make movie references all the time, specifically High Fidelity.
Yeah, well, yes, of course. It's like a prerequisite.
Exactly. But this one was spontaneous and resulted in a laughing fit and an ongoing reference to this movie, both on and off the air. And now for feature number 1, One Hit Warbler.
No, sorry. That's you.
That's you.
Me. Sorry. It's always me.
It is not always you. The best part is it's always a surprise, and there's no reason it should be a surprise. It was on the fucking format.
It's on the format from day one.
From day one. Yeah. And yet, it surprises and shocks you.
Yeah, it's what it's like living with me. It's like being with Rain Man. It's like doing a show with Rain Man. All right, so that brings us to feature number 1. I almost said Rain Man.
We can have one called Rain Man. Yeah. If you want us to create
one. The whole
one.
show is Rain Man, really. Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
See, you never heard that. Yeah. Waste not, want not.
All right. Well, on to our next one. Sometimes we just act goofy. David caught me doing something odd and gave me shit about it. Shocking, I know. And this is the result.
Everything's going to be all right.
Hey, David, everything's going to be okay. But fuck you.
Fuck you, too. Fuck you, too.
Fuck you. For some reason, I was petting the microphone. I don't know why, but David's like, what is that sound?
What is that? Yes,
what are you doing?
Stroking the microphone, making this bizarre sound.
And then he took it to the next level, and he's like, apparently you were comforting the microphone in some way.
The microphone just needed a friendly hand. I mean, what it gets subjected to on this show, it really does.
It does. It's so true.
And your mouth, please. You have actually made me twice the drunken sailor on shore leave that you have ever been. And I don't know how you did it exactly.
I actually really like it. Yeah. I really am inspired by the level of cursing you do now, and I take full blame and full credit as well.
It just has to be done correctly. That's all.
That's correct.
You can't Dave Grohl it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, poor Dave. He gets so much shit from you. Yeah. Speaking of shit, David always gives me shit. It's just what he does, and I give it back in kind. This one was left out of the show because it was an aside that deviated and disrupted the flow.
Like everything else on the show, yeah.
But, no. But this is...
You're trying to keep order in this,
some semblance of order.
Some semblance, yeah.
So
A
here's
pretense,
a pretense.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. So here is one that got cut.
Okay, this isn't sucking.
What isn't sucking?
The show.
No,
It's actually pretty good, I think.
it's really good.
Let's
I
not
will
get-
say-
let's not get carried away. No, it is good.
You know what?
Fuck you.
Fuck you. You can say it, but I say it and you shut my shit down. Where's the love, man?
You gotta wonder.
I do. I do. I wonder.
I couldn't have. I thought maybe she was overstating the case, saying it was really good. All I allowed for was pretty good, and she said really, and I said, well, let's not run away with this thing.
Let's not get crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, he said it's actually pretty good. I said, no, it's good. Wait a minute. Now take it down
You
a couple
said it was
pegs.
really good. No, I wasn't
was.
so sure it was really good. Yeah. You tell us.
Are you ever sure?
No, I'm never sure. Once in a
So-
while.
David is often inspirational. On this day, he was trying to inspire you to listen to both over the Thanksgiving holiday, and he was doing great until...
All right, I guess it's time to wrap this puppy up in a neat little blanket. The next new Winging It airs November 21st, and the next new Birds of a Feather airs November 28th. So we're straddling Halloween. Fuck. We're straddling Thanksgiving there. So, you get gorged down on your turkey and your stuffing, sit down and listen to the birds, and we'll make you blow chunks and... I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. You expect me to have any idea?
Make him blow chunks.
Okay, maybe not.
We'll put you in a tryptophan coma. I don't
You have better beverages than I have, Sarah. So
have water.
now you're down to water. Okay, but you still sound great. All right. Okay. Anyway, so November 28th for Birds of a Feather next. Where can you hear FMR shows? You might be wondering. Where are these fusion music? Where can you hear these fusion music radio shows?
Do one more time. Dave.
You think
said
so?
you said we make him blow chunks. I'm not sure. So we want to end the show.
Okay.
Blowing chunks, while it's admirable, sometimes you got to blow chunks. I don't want to inspire that in our audience if we can help it.
Well, I mean, I'm sure in some culture somewhere, blowing chunks means having a really good time and laughing a lot. I don't know.
Sure.
I'm sure it does somewhere.
Sometimes even the most solemn of vows must be broken. This occurred after playing a song about a sensitive subject matter, domestic violence. In his defense, he always uses these sorts of descriptors for songs he feels really rocking.
That's right.
But this time it was so wrong that we actually vowed never to air it. However, we broke it out for our 1 year and ask in advance that you forgive us.
Oh, shit, she's playing it. All right, I bet you're feeling a little bit bruised yourself from that hard-rocking ensemble. Maybe I ought to leave that out. No, there's wrong and then there's that. Don't throw up or anything. Yeah, I wasn't. I was just thinking. I wasn't really at that moment thinking about the content of the song. I was just thinking about it's a real pummeling song. I won't say that. I swear.
I mean, you're feeling a little bruised yourself.
How the fuck did I say that?
Oh, it hurt.
That is South Park level wrong. That is some South Park shit.
Totally stupid. You're super self-satisfied. Well, I bet you're feeling a little bruised.
Just moving right
Oh
on.
my
Yeah,
God.
just moving right along. Yeah, I'm getting a stomachache from that shit. I wouldn't have thought it was funny except for you.
It got up to you. It's like you're like, oh. I won't say that.
I kind of didn't know what I was saying.
Wow.
Oh, ow. Yeah, that really hurts. I'm getting a stomachache from that shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh.
Well, I often use that kind of metaphorical speech for songs. Yeah.
You just went into, it's about domestic violence, and you're like, but you feel a little bruised, don't you?
A little bruised yourself, don't you?
What? Oh my god.
Sorry about the swelling and the ache, but we told them it was worse off the air, didn't we?
We did. We admitted it. We said, you think this is bad?
Those were not just words.
No.
That shit is true.
We had a vow of silence on that one, but that is probably one of the funniest outtakes we have, and the hardest we probably laughed.
And it was an offhand remark. I made no connection at all between
none.
The metaphors.
I made the connection.
Yeah, she made the now. That shows the stark difference in doing the show in person like this.
Yes.
Because of all the people I've done radio with, Christina's the only one that lives geographically close enough where it's feasible for us to get together and record the show in person.
Yes.
But we freaking rocket scientists didn't think about this for what? Months?
Months.
We actually live close enough to get together. We go out and do stuff together, and we don't even think, hey, why don't we do the damn show together? We're doing it on Skype with the shit sound. And
it just took it to a next level when we started doing it.
Half the time you wouldn't know you were saying anything wrong if the other person didn't. Like, what the fuck?
And I started to laugh, and you were like,
"What? What did I say?" And then I went back and replayed it. I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess I see where one could read that wrong."
Right after domestic
that could look like a really
song.
Tasteless joke, actually.
Well, and the thing is, you say it so often. You say stuff like that all the time.
All the time.
That really, that knocked me out. That was really pummeling. You always say stuff like that.
That's right.
So the fact that you said you feeling like Bruce, I was like, no, not here. No. So we vowed never to play that, but I thought, we got to pull it out. And, this is another mindless response that I thought could have been regarded negatively. It ended up on the cutting room floor, but is being brought to you in celebration of our 1-year anniversary. And again, no offense is intended to anyone, and please forgive us. All right, I found out that David both loves and hates the fucking holiday season. Furthermore, he abhors the little drummer boy. How much does he hate it? Well, let's listen to him pick apart its entire storyline.
When you get into the fucking holiday season, you hear a lot of songs and everything. This is not one of my longtime favorites or anything. It's a harrowing apocryphal tale of horrendous parenting as no one intervenes to keep some pint-sized Keith Moon from traumatizing a small child with his jarring percussion recital. And yet
Oh, my God.
That's just my take on it. Maybe I'm a little warped. It's truly disturbing. And, of course, we're told the ox and the lamb keep time. Well, hell, if you're going to suspend disbelief that much, why not have them playing bass and tenor sax as well? It's such a funny song. And what was the kid going to play anyway? Wipeout? I mean, seriously. There are other questions, too. Like, not the least of which, who is this unnamed source that told this kid where to find Jesus anyway? Okay, so by the time the wise men found him, bearing their gold, frankincense, and myrrh, and that might not be the last time we hear about that tonight. It won't be. No. I have a sneaking suspicion.
No, you're right.
By the time they got there, they were in a house, so there weren't any animals, and there was already a plot to kill Jesus. So, hey, kid, who sent you? Let me tell you. But I don't think there was anyone around saying, step right up to see the newborn king, right this way. He was like the best-kept secret in the Middle East, not a tourist attraction. What, doesn't everybody think that every time they hear?
No.
She's always got to be the one to tell me people don't think like that. The audience is thinking, wow, this poor guy. And she said, it's one thing about a friend as close as her. She just got to tell you the truth. She says, they're not thinking that.
They're not thinking that.
Of course. I let her what can I do? I can't dissuade her. I know you were thinking that.
I know you weren't.
Anyway, carry on. Carry on. We your culture vultures will carry on here.
We will. Well, this is actually your...
We'll pick the bones of this fucking premise, won't we? It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Oh no, there's the wheezing.
We both do it.
I know. It isn't just me. It's not just the old guy. It's everybody does it.
We all wheeze at some point.
We all wheeze here.
Well, this is
Both studios. It's what you do. You wheeze.
It's what you do. This is your big moment. This is the dance track moment.
Oh, yes, the dance tracks. Well, you've all heard the Cutting Room Floor series, 1 through 4, that I did with my Butterflies stuff. They're on my page at Professor P-Soop Reverb Nation, if you're wondering. And people like those better than the other shit I write. So we thought we'd take some very few scant Cutting Room Floor sweepings from this show and throw them down with some dance tracks. So which one's up first, Cupcake?
Well, we didn't do it. This is all David.
All right, I did it.
This is not me. I just get the I get the
she
joy.
makes the statement that ends up in the song.
Right, and I just laugh my ass off when he plays it to me. So this is a tasty little tidbit that you might not be expecting from us, but it's called Fuck You. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. So
Noise. Freaking noise.
I don't know how you found that many fuck yous.
It's all just two, you know. However, there are variants that might appear in another one.
That is true, but this time is the key phrase that I still don't understand why it was something that I ever uttered, but now we've said it. Now we've said it.
Yeah, it's you know, it hurts.
Now we've said it. Now we've said it.
That's what I told her. I said, watch and see. You get in radio, you will start uttering sounds that human beings have never made before, you know.
I don't even, you can actually make... I don't know how.
Now you've said it. Something like that.
I have no idea
I don't know
how you do that.
What one could be attempting to say.
I don't either.
Where that would come out.
I don't either.
In its place. But I'm a veteran. You see, I know from years of experience how many of those things come out. There's gold in them thar hills. You know?
Apparently. Well, this one is cleverly called fucking fuck. Fuck. Fucking fuck. Fuck. Fucking fuck. Fucking fuck. Fucking fuck. Fucking fuck. Fucking fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Way to go, Cupcake.
I cannot even tell you. It's the funniest thing when he plays these for me. Oh my god. So now what I'm going to do is just play a few, I'm just going to play a smattering, because that was it for our dance tracks for now.
For now.
I assume there will be more. So there are other, obviously, little short tidbits that got cut, and I'm going to play a few for you, just so you can hear. They're odd, they're interesting, they're different. This one is warm-ups.
Okay.
Nice.
Toy boat.
Unique New York.
Oh, that's a good. Unique New York. Oh.
It's hard. Unique New York.
Unique New York.
Yeah, I started saying unique New York.
Wow. I used to watch theater companies rehearse and warm up and everything. They would do these weird vocal things like, you know, he thrusts his fists against the post and still insists he sees the ghost. You know.
Yes, it's good. No, it really does help you.
You got to wonder why thrusting your fist against the post would do anything to deter you from seeing ghosts. I mean, if you're seeing ghosts, you're seeing them. You know,
it wouldn't. Yeah.
Well, the kid in The Sixth Sense should have tried that though.
They should have. Yeah.
At least, you know, here's a post. Oh fuck, they're still here.
Still here. Fuck.
Okay. I mean, it's worth a try. I don't know why.
You're still here.
That would make you incapable of seeing the ghost that you saw before, but you could try it.
Oh my god. So now this is one of those little funnies that David was talking about where he does these little runs, and here's one of them. And it's I've cleverly titled it, all right, they got.
They got Yeah, see, that's real.
that is straight up real. I absolutely love it. This is a little one where he dared question what I was going to say. Can I say a sentence about them when we come back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like what? I don't care what am I saying? Not like I have to approve it or anything. Why? I'll hear it when it comes. Okay. Okay.
Like what?
So, never mind. Forget me. I don't know how I feel about this.
None of your fucking business.
Yeah.
One of the best.
More warts than all. No, that was perfectly innocent.
That was awesome.
I just wanted to know.
I love it.
I can offer no explanation for that. There's nothing I can add to that. You know.
I wanted to end on that note because that is really kind of the heart and soul of what we do here. Is we laugh, we have a great time, we gush about music. We say weird shit because we're just flying by the seat of our pants, but we're having fun, and we hope you're having fun too.
Well, we'll put it this way. If you have 1/10 as much fun listening to it as we did doing it, that'll be the best time you'll have had all your time of your life, kid, huh? Because it's just that much fun over here. Anyway, thank you for tuning in for a whole year, a freaking year of Boys of a Feta and winging it. So thank you.
And we've got great things to come still.
Let's not get carried away.
Where's the love?
You got to wonder. There are worse things than what we will be bringing you. I feel certain. I can't prove it, but I feel certain there are worse things than what we're going to bring you. So.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our Outtake show, our 1-year anniversary, and that it made you laugh, maybe made you cringe a little. Now that we're done with all of that fancy shit, that only leaves for you to say,
let's fly this coop.